The comment is, we want names. The park owner has asked us to come out and talk to you because our firm has a relationship with them and an expertise in putting together resident ownership opportunities efficiently, quickly, and fairly. And they have asked us to be the voice. Yes, ma'am. There's a question back here. The question is, has our client been given any other offers to buy the park? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Is he trying to get out from
Are they going bankrupt?
The question is, are they going bankrupt? I don't know the answer to that, but I'm fairly certain sitting here today the answer is no, they're not.
My check clears every month.
Actually, I want to address something pretty quickly though, because I think the follow-up question to yours, if I can pose the question to myself, is if you all say no thank you, is the park owner going to sell to someone else? Are they going to do something different? And I don't know what they'll do. Certainly, any owner of property always has a couple different options, and that is to hold it and continue to rent it out, or to sell it to someone else who would continue to rent it out, or sell it to someone else who would do something different. And I don't know. I'd just be guessing. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, question. Okay, why is it all of a sudden now that the economic situation is so bad? Why all of a sudden if he's not trying to get rid of the property, then why is he bringing this to us for us to own our own homes?
No, to own the park.
Well, to own the park. Thank you.
Question is, why is he doing this right now?
Now.
I don't know why the timing. Yes, ma'am.
On a serious note, you said, we could borrow money from the state of California. I happen to know that the news says every day that the state of California is going under.
Thank you. Great question. Okay. I can assure you that one of the, I mentioned earlier that a lot of what we do is involving mobile home parks. A lot of what we do involves special financing programs for groups such as yourselves, senior, low-income housing projects. And every time, it's interesting because it shows me that people are certainly aware of what's going on in the state. And as soon as I mention that there are programs from the federal government and there are programs in the state of California, someone says, the state of California is going bankrupt. They're not going to have money to help us out. Well, what I can tell you is this. One of the specific programs which we like to tap into for groups such as yourselves to make these affordable deals work is through a program through the Department of Housing and Community Development. As of 2 months ago, when still everything was going, as of 2 months ago, they actually announced another round of funding and another availability of funds for this specific program. So that suggests to me that even despite what's going on out there in the world, this program is still being funded and capitalized and funds being made available for groups such as yourselves. And one of the reasons why is this, I suspect. Not that I'm a political whiz, but this is just my best guess. And that is that as a group, folks within mobile home parks are pretty well connected, are a pretty savvy group of folks who tend to voice their opinion and get out and vote and talk to their elected officials. And when there are programs that jeopardize residents within mobile home parks, you guys as a group and through your representatives at the state level do a very good job of saying, no way, don't screw with us. So I do not suspect at this point that that program is going anywhere. Yes, ma'am.
The other thing you mentioned is about tax deduction. When we pay in, that'd be like a tax deduction. There's a lot of people in this room that don't pay taxes anymore. How are they going to be benefiting from that?
So the comment is that I mentioned that there are tax benefits and some folks in the room don't pay taxes. If you don't pay taxes, then good for you, and the that deduction would be available if you ever need it in the future, but it just you wouldn't have use for it. So, yes, sir. Okay, so the comment is that with the market being the way it is right now, that we should be asking you what you want to pay. And always looking for a good deal. We're always looking for a good deal. This is true. I guess I would answer it. I would answer it this way, and that is, our client is not looking to sell the property right now. Our client has asked us to see if you guys, as a group, no longer like being renters within your park. If you guys as a group recognize that there are important benefits associated with land ownership, and if so, if we can give you land ownership at an approximate cost of what you're paying today, kind of a no-brainer.
If the lump sum of money that we worry about, would that be split up into like $50 a month payments or something like that?
Question is the lump sum amount, and I talked about a loan earlier. Nobody has to take out a personal loan. Any loan against the property is a loan against the property just as there is one today. There is no lien against your home. There is no credit check of you individually. There is no personal obligation for that debt. It is the debt of the co-op. You're simply a member in the co-op. And just as today you pay your rents to the co-op, to the park owner, and the park owner takes a good chunk of those rents and uses them to pay the lender, you guys would do the exact same thing. You would pay what are currently rents, you would pay assessments to the co-op of which you're a member. And then your co-op would take those assessments and they would pay your lender. The only difference is that you, as a resident group, can get better interest rate financing and much better terms than the park owner can get. And because of that, they are able to maintain, and you are able to maintain, affordability within the park. I don't know if rents will go down. We haven't gotten into the numbers that far yet, but so. Yes, ma'am.
You mentioned that resident-owned parks, sell better. I want everybody to be aware there's a fee to get in. If we think our rents are deterrent for people to buy right now, there's a lump sum for people to buy to get into resident-owned parks, right?
The whatever fee whatever you pay for your membership
Has to be passed on.
is what you would then, whoever buys your interest from you would pay.